My name is Peter DeRego. I work at Optima Dermatology, which is a healthcare specialist network of healthcare providers in the United States. We've been a Natterbox customer since 2022. In my role as Director of IT at Optima, implementation of Natterbox was my first project coming into the organization. Probably the primary problem to be solved was around reporting and analytics, at least originally. Natterbox, being Salesforce native, enabled us to leverage all of the experience we had in building Salesforce reports and dashboards. All of that data was right available real time in Salesforce. Right off the bat, when we went live, our agents were very excited about Natterbox. They loved the Salesforce native features. So pulling screen pop as soon as the call comes in was a new thing for them. The ability for our agents to see the history of calls with a given patient right in the CRM was huge for them. One of our primary statements in our mission is all about treating our patients like friends and family. Part of that is obviously you know your patients really well. When I get on a call, I can see that, oh, Mr. Smith, we saw you last week. How are you doing? How was your surgery? Are you calling related to that, or are you calling into something else? It's just a much deeper level of customer service. The fact that Natterbox is Salesforce native allows us to take the best of all of the worlds. So a very specific example is we wanted to create the ability for our managers to be able to have a department meeting and route calls out of queues and things like that to our after hours process. And we were able to create a Salesforce object that was configurable by our end users, our managers, rather than having to put in a case with us and wait for our response times and things like that. They could go directly in there and say, all right, we're having an ad hoc team meeting, let's route these calls differently. And so, I think it's a really awesome example of some areas of our systems we want to retain within a technologist group, and others we want to democratize as much as possible. And I think that goes to Natterbox being a platform as opposed to just a very in-the-box product. It's something for us to install and then build on as our company needs. I would say that Natterbox is very well aligned with us as a customer. In fact, we view Natterbox as one of our few strategic partners in supporting the growth of our company. I think the relationship has been and will continue to be very symbiotic, where we can benefit greatly from the partnership, and hopefully Natterbox can as well.